Hello. I am here to introduce my newest baby. She's completed. I just finished her hair today. I finished sealing it up just a little bit ago. So this is her. This is Macie by Cassie Brace. She's beside my baby Clara, who is the Phoenix by Cassie Brace. Just kind of for size. I thought they would be about the same size when I was comparing her kit to my maid dolls, and they are just about the same. In fact, Clara might be a smidge longer. Macie, who doesn't have a name yet, but she has a bigger head than Clara. But the Macie's, this is baby's chunky, chubbier than the body on Clara. She's not quite as wide and stuff. I made her not real heavy because I don't like my babies very heavy, but I made the weights down here in her body, so all up here is stuffed, but it's just stuffing, so she's really soft and flexible and cuddly. That's my preference. I don't like a lot of weight in their body because it makes them not, for me, not as comfortable and fun to hold. I like them to be softer and cuddly. I do put weight in their arms up to about their elbows and their legs about up to their knees, just maybe right here, like right past their knees. And I used to make their heads real heavy, but I have changed, and I still add weight, but not nearly as much as I used to. So her head doesn't feel too bad, but I didn't make this one. I mean, it's still floppy. She's real floppy. I'll show you here in a second. Let me grab her up. Just a second. There she is. I like them when they hang, like my hand's right there under her and her head just kind of hangs back. That's how I like. Let me see if that's how I did. Yep, she's about the same. But that's what I like. I like them to be floppy, but not real floppy, like unrealistically floppy. And I also don't like them to be real heavily weighted in their body because of they just aren't as cuddly. So I'm gonna pause it, I think, and take off her sleeper so I can show you her arms and legs. I'll paint it up and I'll show you her hair. So just a second. Okay, I had her in a Carter's newborn sleeper. I tried her in a different brand of the newborn sleeper, and it was a little tight, like lengthwise. Carter's is, I think, pretty generous, so it fit her pretty good. And it was a brand new one. I had bought it earlier this year. It's been washed, so it has shrunk a little, but she would be the large end, I think, of a newborn size, and 3-month would be way too big, but 0 to 3 might work, just be slightly big. So there she is, all with her arms and legs out. Cute little, this is a newborn onesie. So here is her painted arms. If you go back 1 or 2 videos, I don't remember, I do show her kit unpainted, and you know, the vinyl is just the color it comes from the factory and stuff, so you can compare it if you want. Here's her other little arm. Her elbow gets a little bit of blushing. Her hands are redder. Her palms and her fingertips, let's see if it'll pick it up, kind of are redder. I am right next to the window, so I've got a little bit of natural light going. It's actually a really nice sunny day, cold and snowy, but sunny. So trying to get the natural light there. That shows better. There you go. There's her little inside of that other hand. But I do her fingertips a little bit redder, and her hands, and then her hands redder than her arms. So let me see if it'll get the fingernails. There it goes. Not perfect, but it's not too bad. They can kind of show it. Let's see. This phone doesn't focus the best. Let's see if I can. Anyways, I tip them. You can see they've got white edges, but they're not like bright white. My nails have white edges. That's my natural nail. So I try to do the white on them, more translucent. Still an edge like that, but a translucent type of white. Same with the little, I try to do a little white at the very bottom of the nail, kind of like mine has got the white there. I try to do that. That doesn't always look the greatest. I'm trying to improve my skills. But I think her nails turned out really pretty. But I have found that if I make the paint very translucent yet still white, it definitely looks more natural. I've seen a lot of babies that have very white, like paint and polish type look to them. And obviously when babies are born, they don't have that. So I do tip them, like I said, just as translucent as I can get it, but still have it show up. Not obviously not too much where it's just like painting nothing, but it's subtle, and that's, to me, that's the most natural look. So here's her legs. She's got a couple chubby little rolls on her legs. They both are bent. This little foot there. And I don't do much with her toenails. Sometimes, usually they're so tiny, there's not much room. I do, let's see if it'll pick anything up. Yeah, sorry, it's not going to focus. I do tip the, not getting that at all. Anyways, I do tip the big nail, the big toenail, and a couple of the smaller ones if I can. A lot of times the littler toes, the toenail is almost non-existent. So I do a little bit of just the white on those, on the edge. There you go. You can kind of see it on that one. See how I got it on there? And you can kind of see it on those first couple of toes, but by the end one there, it's just so tiny. But that's all I do on those. And then I do a satin gloss after I've matted and sealed her up. I do a satin gloss over all the nails, all hands and feet. And then her face, she's got the satin gloss on her lips. And I put it in the crease of her eye. And I do just a little up in the nostril. And this time I tried it just a little bit in the ear. I've never done that before. But just so the ear wasn't so kind of all the same looking. I mean, I paint the edge, generally a redder color, and then inside I paint it with the color I use my creases. But this time I tried just a little bit of gloss, and then I kind of blotted it out so it was real faint. But I just thought her ears needed a little something. I don't even think you can tell on the camera. Let's check this one. Not really. But anyways, that's her ears. And her little lips. She's got a little bit of like a tongue in there. I do that just a little bit more purple, the inside of the mouth, than the lips. And then I just painted her nose with some crease color. I do a little bit of blue, a little bit of red, and then crease, just a real light. I don't want the nose to look red or dark, just a little bit darker, just to give it the look that it's open. And then her little, see if I can get her brows, I did really lightly. Yeah, you can kind of see them. Sorry, there a little bit. And then her lashes, she's got medium brown lashes. Her brows are done in the same color as her hair. I just do them really lightly because heavy brows on babies is not natural either. Most babies don't have heavy brows. Now, some of them probably are darker. But even some of my babies that had dark hair did not have dark brows. So that's the look that I try to achieve on most of my babies. And then her hair, we'll get to that. She's got a little bow in. I'll slip that off so we can see it better. All right, miss. I did it so it's kind of got some wave to it. See how that kind of is. Whoopsie. Goes like that, and then this wave goes this way. And there's her little bangs. The light, she seems washed out in here. And then the side, you can kind of see where it goes to the front and then goes to the back. And then let me see if I can flip her. I'm going to turn her head around. Sorry if that bothers anybody. Same as this one, kind of goes towards the front, and then I have that going back to the back. And then this is her. She doesn't really have a swirl. She just has that little bit on top, and then more kind of waves. That way, and then that way, and that way, and then a little more down there. And I kind of like the edge looks just a little thicker there at the bottom, but I think her hair turned out pretty cute. I'm sorry, it's just not focusing very well. That's a little better. But I think her hair turned out pretty cute. And in person, it looks better than the camera's picking it up, but I like it. There we go. So I did it with a medium to dark brown. I don't know. It's probably a darker brown. And then I use a blondish color it was called sand, just to kind of give some highlights in there, like to kind of look like there's some lighter hairs and some like reflection of light, so it gives it depth. So I used those two colors. I used those for the last couple dolls I think I've done anyways, just because I like that combination. I just don't think it'll pick it up, but yeah, it's not. But anyways, it's got blonde in there. So she got completed. Her body got all completed yesterday, and then today I did her hair and sealed her hair up. And then I'm just going to be extra careful with her to make sure that it's fully dry and hardened, but she should be good to go. I gave her multiple coats over her hair to make sure that it kept it safe. I also give extra coats on the hands. I usually do 2 coats to her arms, 2 coats to her legs, and I do usually at least 3 to her hands. Yeah, 2 arms, 2 legs, 3 on her hands, 3 on her feet, 2 on her face, and then I did 4 on the hair. Her lips usually get 3. Her ears got 3. But I do the lips a little more too because of pacifier usage and possible rubbing, so she is magnetized. And this kit was real easy to put the magnet in, and it was in a real good spot where the pacifier looks natural there. And I prefer the Honeybug because it doesn't have a magnet on this side to be rubbing on the paint. So that's my new baby. I do have some names. I mean, I've got a long list of names, so it's going to be hard to narrow it down, but I will. To me, one thing I'm trying to decide on, this hand looks kind of like, I don't know if anybody's into Star Trek, but it looks like a Vulcan hand when they do, they separate. I can't do it, but, if these 2 fingers were together, they do that little thing. So I was thinking about naming her after a Vulcan character and giving her the actress's actual name, not a Vulcan name, but the actress's name. So that's on my list. I think that would be really cute. But I've got a big list that I'll narrow it down, and I'm going to put her in a different outfit because I've only had her in the sleeper since I put her together last night. My guess is she weighs probably about 4.5, 5 pounds. She's about 19 inches long. Very cute. Macie Cat by Cassie Brace, brand new kit. If you have any interest in getting it, I do recommend it because she's really cuddly and she's a good size. And especially if you like open hand babies, since both are open, I just think she's got a really cute squishy newborn face. So anyways, thanks for watching. I'll do more videos of her eventually and do her name reveal. So I'll see you next time. Bye.